fundamentals never change. You may be flying in the air, you may be driving a beautiful big car, but you are still on the earth. You have to be on the earth. So if you are firmly standing on the earth, you can do everything properly. So you have to do a few things. One is that you have to build your character based on honesty, based on learning. In new country you go, you should read about the history, culture, traditions of that country. I always read 2, 3, 4 books about that place where I was posted to learn about the history, culture, civilization of that place so that you are not completely taken aback. That is the second thing. Thirdly, you have to make a proper list of important people in the country where you are at that level, because whatever level you are, you have to make good friends, good journalists, good members of parliament, and the institutions which matter. For example, you have educational institutions, human rights bodies, there may be some other think tanks which are operating in a country, the former members of parliament, retired bureaucrats, and the serving bureaucrats. So you have to make a list of important people who matter for India. There may be a list of 100, 200 people, and you try to meet them, cultivate them. They could be in business, they could be in art areas, they could be in education, they could be think tanks, they could be parliamentarians, they could be journalists. So in each area you have to make, that is what I did. I always made a list at my level and I try to cultivate. Similarly, with some important diplomats in other embassies, we always have some sort of weekly meeting of diplomats at different levels. Like first secretary, 10, 12 embassies, the first secretaries come and then exchange views. Because India is also an important country. So people want to know from Indian diplomat their perception. Similarly, we want to know their perception about the country where we are serving. So that helps the exchange of views. So that is very important. So you have to become part of that. These are some sort of bodies which function, a weekly lunch or weekly dinner or whatever happens. So that is very important also. Then you have to see which are the areas in bilateral field where you can make further progress, whether it is trade and economics, whether it is education, whether it is defense area, whether it is cultural area. So you have to explore those avenues where the progress has not taken place properly. So these are some of the things which you have to work in the beginning. Firstly, in the first few months, I always did that to study the current state of bilateral relations, the scope for further improvement, the people who matter in different fields of life, how to make friends with them, the diplomats of your level in different missions, and then of course your own colleagues in the mission with whom you are working, and then you work out your own strategy based on that. But you must read and understand the host country properly, how their government functions, how their parliament functions, how their decision making works, and that gives you a good idea. And then if you are honest and frank, I think things work out very well. I have no regrets of any nature anywhere. I think I did my job in a very professional way, and wherever I went, people still remember me. There are a lot of them on my Facebook, and now, because that time there were no social media, but there is now, and they still give me a lot of respect. So I think I did well, and I feel in my own heart that whatever, maybe I was not fully 100% successful, but whatever I did things with total devotion, total dedication and hard work.